The reason your blood sugar is high isn't because you're doing the wrong things. It's because you're focusing on just fixing one out of the 6 main problems that are keeping it high. Yes, high blood sugar isn't just one problem. It's 6 different mechanisms all breaking down at the same time. And the reason why most supplement routines don't work is because they are only targeting one of them while the other 5 are working against you. I have seen this hundreds of times. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 6 supplements that each attack a different angle of high blood sugar problems. And when they work together, nothing is left unaddressed. And I'm not talking about supplements that maybe kind of help. I'm talking about compounds tested in randomized controlled trials in real people with real blood sugar problems. As always, all my information is free, so go ahead and comment guide below, and I'll send you a free meal plan so you can start reversing insulin resistance. Let's go. Think of your blood sugar as a leaking roof with 6 different holes. If you fix just one hole, the other 5 are gonna keep letting rain in. Each supplement I am about to show you targets a different hole. And if you miss one, you are leaving a mechanism working against you. But let me be clear, I'm not saying that you need all 6 supplements. What I'm going to do is explain the 6 different mechanisms that are keeping your blood sugar high. Once you understand what each one does, you will know which one applies to your specific situation. And of course, which ones you can skip. So here are the 6 angles. 1, your insulin receptors aren't responding. 2, your cells can't signal insulin properly. 3, your pancreas isn't producing enough insulin due to a hormonal deficiency. 4, your gut bacteria are driving inflammation that blocks insulin signaling. 5, you don't have enough muscle mass to clear glucose from the bloodstream. And number 6, stress hormones are keeping your blood sugar elevated around the clock. Let's go through them and address them with a supplement. Supplement number 1, BERBERINE, the insulin receptor fix. The first angle is the insulin receptor itself. When you're insulin resistant, your cells have essentially stopped listening to insulin's signal. Insulin is like a key that opens the door of your cells. When these keys don't fit in the locks anymore, glucose stays outside in the bloodstream, leading to high blood sugar levels. BERBERINE helps with this by activating something known as the AMPK pathway. It's quite literally like a light switch. When AMPK turns on, your muscle cells absorb more glucose from the bloodstream at exponential rates, and your liver stops dumping too much glucose into the bloodstream. The locks basically get repaired, and the keys start working again. This is the reason why a 2025 meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Pharmacology analyzed 12 randomized controlled trials covering 889 participants and found that BERBERINE significantly reduced fasting glucose, HbA1c, and insulin resistance markers. This other study, published in the Journal of Biology, explains the mechanism in further detail. It frames BERBERINE as an anti-diabetic agent via the AMPK pathway, which leads to an increase in insulin sensitivity. When your cells are more insulin sensitive, they allow more glucose into them, hence lowering circulating blood sugar. The dosage is simple, 600 milligrams with your first bite of breakfast and another 600 milligrams with your first bite of dinner. Timing and dosage matters here. This is exactly how you get a clinically relevant dose of 1200 milligrams per day, but split in 2 different doses so you can get 24/7 coverage. JADE Supplements understands this, so each capsule is 600 milligrams for a total of 1200 milligrams per serving, which is composed of 2 capsules. Again, one in the morning and another one in the evening. If you're interested, I'll go ahead and leave a link below this video. Now, I want to share something with you that you might relate with. This is a review from a customer that was taking JADE supplements pure berberine. Jimmy had been living with type 2 diabetes for over 20 years. His A1C in March was 8.3% in the type 2 diabetic range. He did make some lifestyle changes like eating cleaner and exercising, but he saw little improvement. And then he added berberine later in April. By June 3rd, his A1C had come down to 5.7%. That's in less than 3 months. He's now in his second bottle, and he said that it was a game changer. That's how fixing insulin receptor function looks like in a real person. And Jimmy actually mentioned something in this review that I love. His pro tip was to add magnesium glycinate at bedtime. Smart man, because that brings me to my second supplement on this list. Supplement number 2, magnesium glycinate, the insulin signal repair. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic processes in the body, including the ones that allow insulin to actually communicate with your cells. Think of it this way. Berberine just fixed your locks so the keys fit again. But magnesium is what keeps the hinges on the door. Insulin can show up, the key can fit perfectly, but if the hinges are rusted out, the door still won't open. And unfortunately, some studies estimate that between 14 to 48% of people living with type 2 diabetes are magnesium deficient. That means that potentially half the amount of people watching this video are deficient on the very thing that helps insulin do its job. A recent meta-analysis examining magnesium supplementation in people with metabolic disorders found significant improvements in insulin resistance markers with consistent magnesium supplementation. The recommended dose is about 275 milligrams 1 hour before bed. That's my preference. The glycinate form that I just talked about is the most bioavailable and gentlest on the stomach. And get this, it also helps you sleep deeper. In case you didn't know, one bad night of sleep, just one, reduces your insulin sensitivity by up to 25% the following day. So technically, this supplement is working on 2 angles simultaneously. Supplement number 3, vitamin D3 plus K2, the pancreas support. This mechanism is upstream of everything else. It's all about your pancreas and how well it actually produces insulin in the first place. If you're not making enough insulin keys, then not enough cell doors will open, no matter what you do. And vitamin D isn't just a vitamin, it's a hormone. You actually have vitamin D receptors sitting right on top of your pancreatic beta cells, the cells responsible of making insulin. When vitamin D levels are low, those beta cells cannot function at full capacity. Your pancreas produces less insulin, and less insulin means that glucose stays elevated, especially with insulin resistance on top of that. Research consistently shows that vitamin D deficiency is associated with impaired insulin secretion and higher rates of insulin resistance across multiple large studies. Most people in North America are vitamin D deficient and they don't even know it, especially if you work indoors or if you live in a northern climate or if you have darker skin. The dose is very simple, 5,000 international units of vitamin D3 paired with K2. The K2 ensures that the calcium that D3 mobilizes goes into your bones and not your arteries. I recommend that you get your 25 hydroxy vitamin D levels tested before you start supplementing. Optimal range for metabolic health is between 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter. But of course, talk to your doctor about your specific dose. JADE Supplements is working on a premium quality vitamin D3 plus K2 supplement, and it should be available at the end of September 2026. Supplement number 4, probiotics, the gut inflammation fix. Your gut bacteria produce compounds that either enhance or destroy insulin sensitivity. A healthy, diverse microbiome produces short-chain fatty acids, known as butyrate, propionate, or acetate, and they directly signal your cells to become more insulin sensitive and maintain the gut lining that keeps inflammation out of your bloodstream. A disrupted microbiome does the complete opposite. It quite literally generates gut-derived inflammation that physically blocks insulin receptor function from inside of the cell. So let's do a quick self-check here. Do you experience bloating after meals? Do you get constant gas or inconsistent digestion, constipated one day and diarrhea the next day? Maybe you get brain fog after eating, or perhaps certain healthy foods are making you feel worse. These are signs that your gut is working against your blood sugar. A 2024 meta-analysis examining probiotic supplementation in people with type 2 diabetes and prediabetes found significant improvements in fasting glucose and HbA1c compared to placebo. Yes, a quality probiotic can help you restore microbial balance in your gut, reducing inflammation, improving glucose metabolism, and supporting everything else in this protocol. JADE Supplements Probiotics is the way to go if you're looking for this solution. This probiotic delivers 60 billion CFUs, colony-forming units, of the strains of bacteria used in the study that I just mentioned. More specifically, Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium strains. Not only that, but it's specifically designed to protect the live strains from the harsh stomach acid, allowing the capsule to pass through the stomach and safely release the strains into the small and large intestines, where they should go. Supplement number 5, creatine, the lean muscle mass builder. Muscle is your body's primary glucose disposal system. Think of it as a warehouse. The bigger the warehouse, the more glucose your body can absorb and store, and the less that stays circulating in your bloodstream, driving up your fasting blood sugar and A1C. After the age of 30, most people are slowly losing muscle mass every decade without realizing it. And as the warehouse shrinks, blood sugar control gets harder, even if nothing else changes. Did you notice this as well? Maybe you turned 40 and your blood work started to become a mess. Well, there's a solution for this. Creatine monohydrate helps you build and maintain that warehouse more effectively. It increases the energy available to your muscles during training, allowing for more output, faster recovery, and greater muscle growth over time. And research specifically on creatine in people with type 2 diabetes found that creatine supplementation combined with exercise training improved glucose tolerance significantly more than exercise alone. It's very powerful. And no, you won't look like a bodybuilder. It just helps build more toned, lean muscle. The dose is 5 grams of creatine monohydrate per day with water. No loading phase, consistent daily use, simple. This one is especially important if you look in the mirror and see what people call skinny fat, low muscle definition, even without obvious excess weight, or if your body fat is above 30%. And here's something that made me smile. Lisa, one of our customers taking JADE Supplements Pure Creatine, left this review recently, and she said, I started taking creatine since I learned it will help my blood sugar, and it has. But I also noticed that my brain fog went away. Taking 1 scoop daily and doing the resistance bands Jose recommends. We'll continue with this protocol. Blood sugar improving and brain fog gone. That's what building the glucose warehouse actually feels from the inside. And the best part is that all orders of JADE Supplements Pure Creatine come with a muscle toning protocol and free exercise routine. The link is below as well. And supplement number 6, ashwagandha, the cortisol break. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and it's also known as a glucocorticoid. That means that one of its primary jobs is to raise blood sugar levels. When cortisol is chronically elevated from work stress, poor sleep, overtraining, or even low-grade anxiety, it keeps your blood sugar elevated around the clock, not just after meals, all the time. And this is the detail that is particularly brutal for people who are trying to shed body fat. There are more cortisol receptors in belly fat than anywhere else in the body. Chronic elevated cortisol levels doesn't just raise blood sugar. It specifically directs fat storage in the place that you least want it. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen with a strong clinical evidence on reducing cortisol levels and helping the body have a better stress response. Multiple randomized controlled trials have shown significant reductions in cortisol and improvements in sleep quality with consistent ashwagandha use. We recommend taking 655 milligrams of ashwagandha with black pepper. This allows to enhance the absorption of ashwagandha. The recommended time to take ashwagandha is about 1 hour before bed. I personally take it with my magnesium glycinate. And my Whoop data, which tracks my sleep, my heart rate variability, and my resting heart rate, measurably improved when I started taking both of them 1 hour before bed. Okay, let's say that you have to use all 6 supplements. Here's how you take them. With breakfast, 600 milligrams of berberine, just 1 capsule with your first bite of food. Right after breakfast, your vitamin D3 with K2. With your lunch, you'll take the probiotics. After your workout, you mix 5 grams of creatine into some plain water or a protein shake. With dinner, again, 600 milligrams, another capsule of berberine with your first bite of food. And then 1 hour before bed, magnesium glycinate with your ashwagandha. 6 supplements, 6 angles, all running simultaneously. Now, let me tell you that none of these work as magic bullets on their own, but each one is addressing a real mechanism that research has confirmed is connected with blood sugar control. And when you stack them together, covering insulin receptor function, insulin signaling pathways, pancreatic insulin output, gut inflammation, muscle mass, and cortisol, you are no longer leaving any angle unaddressed. And that's how you actually move the needle. Again, comment guide below and I'll send you free meal plans so you can pair your supplements with lifestyle changes that help you reverse insulin resistance. Again, my meal plans and all my information are free for you. For the highest quality supplements, we recommend JADE supplements, and all the links will be below this video. If what I taught you today helped you out, please give the video a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who might need the help. You've got this. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.